Hello, good morning, everyone. Code Free IELTS classes. I'm Tanu Virmani, an IDP certified trainer and a TEFL TESOL certified trainer too. So I am back with my live session 3 today, and the topic of our session is how well you can perform in your part 2 of speaking, right? Before this, we did our part 1 and introduction to IELTS speaking, and today we will cover how best you can perform at your part 2, which is the long term round. Now, what is part 2? What is a Q card topic? How well you can prepare for it, and what are the strategies we need to know for the Q card topic? So QCAT task is the second task in your speaking session, right? The first is introduction interview, where the examiner will be asking you some familiar questions and you have to answer all those questions in at least 2 sentences. But here, what examiner demands from you is that you have to speak at a length. They will check your skills, that do you have the skills to frame your answer based on a particular topic or not. You have to speak on a particular topic for at least 2 minutes. Now, during IELTS examination, you will be provided with the cue card, which is also called as task card. And it consists of 3 to 4 questions and some instructions that will guide you how you can answer those questions. You will never be given an option to change the question. You have to speak about whatever topic you receive in the cue card. But yes, you will be provided with 1 minute to think about the answer. You will be handed with a pencil and a paper. If you're not able to remember the points, you can prepare in that 1 minute, make your notes, write down the points in the given paper, and then next 2 minutes will be for you to speak about it. Right? So exactly 1 minute will be there to prepare on topic, right, which is a cue card. Then you have to speak continuously for 2 minutes until the examiner asks you to stop. Do not ever stop before the examiner stops you, right? Examiner will be asking you some questions about the topic given. This test is usually for 2 to 3 minutes, including, or I would say 3 to 4 minutes, including that 1 minute preparation time. Now, I will help you to make your cue card more enhanced. You can master your IELTS cue card now with my strategies. I will be helping you with step by step strategies. So, we already discussed about what will evaluate here. In your part 2, examiner will test that are you able to deliver a long term. That means, are you able to speak for 2 minutes on a particular topic or not, right? You have that capability to speak on a topic for continuously 2 minutes or not. When you start speaking, you might feel self conscious and nervous also, as you have to speak on your own without any kind of an encouragement or any prompting. So sometimes this feeling is normal, but you should learn that how to deal with the nerves, because this is the very first step to perform better. Do not ever hesitate or feel nervous there. Be confident when you start to speak. Let's talk about some strategies. Strategy number 1 is that you have to use the 1 minute preparation time, which is very important. You have 1 minute, what you're going to say in the cue card, use this time to make the notes, because keep writing until the examiner asks you to stop. 1 minute is very crucial because this 1 minute will help you to speak for 2 minutes. Now, here is a cue card topic on my screen. Describe something you own which is very important to you. You should say where you got it from, how long you have had it, and what you use it for, and explain why it is important to you. So you can see that there are 3 bullet points: where you got it from, how long you have had it, what you use it for, and a final question: why it is important to you. You have to describe all these 3 bullet points and a final question also. So make notes on these 3 bullet points and as well as the final question. Now, how to make notes? See here. A very simple tip is that you can draw across on the piece of paper. You can make 4 set of notes for 4 questions. First question was where you had it, right? So you can make a box for where, how long you have had it, how long, what you use it for, what, and why it is important. So, in the following notes, I am going to talk about something I own, which is very important to me, is my piano. I'm going to talk about piano here, and I will focus on the question words which are there on the task card: where, how long, what, and why. You have to answer all those questions here. So, my piano, where? I got it from where? Music store, Dublin, and Ireland. How long I had it? 33 years. Long. After university, I got it. What are the uses? So, to play, entertain, and teach. I'm just writing my keywords here, my abbreviations, my notes. You can make it yourself. Try to short it down. Do not waste your time because you have only 1 minute to prepare for the notes. Now, why you like it? Why it is important to you? Because you love music. It's a nice furniture and the only item for from your home, right? So once you're done with your note making, you have to start speaking for the 2 minutes. And mind one thing, you are not tested on what you write. Don't worry about your spelling on the notes because you can use your abbreviations, you can use your sign. Examiner will not look for what notes you're making. He will look for what you're speaking. This is your speaking test. This is not your writing test. Now, one thing students should remember is, suppose if you only talk about two bullet points, the first two bullet points in the 2 minutes, and you do not cover all the questions, do not worry. If you have not covered all points, if you run out of time, remember that examiner will interrupt you only after the 2 minutes. Do not worry if this happens. You have already showed the examiner that you can speak at a length appropriately and with expanding your description also. So do not worry. But at the first, it is advisable that you should cover all the points, all the 3 points. Strategy number 2, you have to speak with the normal speech rate, not too fast, not too slow. Now, why it is, sometimes what students do is they start speaking quickly at the beginning of their cue card because they are nervous, and then they stop suddenly with nothing else to say. So only a minute or so has been reached. Examiner is looking at the timer and they want you to keep going. And if they don't, they will be asked that, do you have something to say or not? This is a clear signal from the examiner side that you have to speak because you are still left with time. Examiner will listen quietly what you have to say because this is your time to show. This is your time for a cue card topic that you can speak at a length, right? So start off with measured pace. That means that you have to speak neither too fast nor too slow. It helps you to calm down. Start your talk with a phrase also, that today I would like to talk about the thing which is very important to me is my piano, right? Breathe between sentences. This will help you with your face. Now, when I am speaking, I'm taking a little pause, I'm breathing also, and then I'm stressing on my words, my rhythm also. So, you also have to do the same thing. And if you stop, don't worry, there are some tips to help you. Now, these 5 listed strategies will help you that what you can speak now. Listen carefully and then apply these tips. Use stalling phrases. What else I can say about that? Well, another thing I can remember is, so you can use these phrases in between. What else? What I did use it for, or what did I use it for? Well, that's interesting. I actually used it for. Now, again, if examiner is pausing and waiting for you to keep speaking, acknowledge that you have still time. Oh, I still have more time left. Well, to describe my piano in more detail, it is quite large. So that means you're continuing with your speech. Don't let your question be unanswered. Cross your 2 minutes to the fullest, right? Use your hesitation devices. Well, let me think. Let's see. It was a long time ago. Another thing I remember about it was, that reminds me about another time that I have. So make sure you build your vocabulary using these mind map ideas and you can think of the right words to describe your topic. Strategy number three, you have to organize your long term. Now, when you start talking, it's good at the beginning of what you want to say. Start with good things and then move logically to the end of your cue card. Show the examiner that you can organize what you want to say by linking devices. That means and, so, but, or. You can also use discourse markers. Unfortunately, actually, however, for example, consequently, at that time. These devices, they will make your cue card easy to listen, and it makes it more logical and sensible also. Use your cue card as a guide. Remember, there are only four things to talk about. Explore the topic in different ways. You will be asked question words to describe what you're going to say. So start by beginning. So start your beginning by commenting on the topic, introduction, and then come up to each bullet point. Now let's see how we can organize. So your question topic was about describe something you own, which is very important to you. We did note making, right? We did the notes for piano. Now let's see how we have organized. First is introduction. Today I'm going to talk about something that I own that is really important to me is my piano. An upright piano which was made in Germany. It's a beautiful color, dark mahogany, and it's still in very good condition. So you described with an introduction part. Now comes your first bullet point and how you have to keep it logical with another bullet point. So first bullet point was, your first question was where you got it from. So first bullet point will be describing about the place. Even though I said that piano was made in Germany, I actually got it in Ireland. It was long ago, so I don't remember. So I don't really remember the exact place where I bought it. It was probably in a poor, popular music store in Dublin, where I lived at that time. It was a pretty major purchase I have to set up for a quite few years ago to afford it. When I was younger, I was a music student at university, so I was keen to continue playing the piano in order to have a nice pastime at home. So he explained where he got it from, how long he had it. So, as I mentioned, I had it for a long time, possibly 33 years or maybe more a lifetime. Even though I migrated from Ireland to Australia, I paid to have it shipped over. It was definitely worth expenses. The piano has been moved from house to house. Since then, take prides of place in my home. So how long he had it, he described that. Next is, what do I use it for? So what were the uses? Well, obviously to play music. I'm not as good on the piano as I used to be because unfortunately I don't practice enough. As they say, practice makes perfect, and I'm definitely not perfect. I really need to play it more often, but life gets in the way. Next question was why it is important. It is very important to me because it's something I have had for my entire adult life. I was very proud that I have saved money to buy it. So I really wanted to make sure I kept it. My children have learned how to play the piano, and so it has been well used. Hopefully, someday I will teach my grandchildren also how to play it as well. So he explained the importance of his piano in his life. So every bullet point is explained here with an explanation. Note that discourse markers are used very well in this example. That organized cue card is well organized, talking about the time and past also, how it impacts present, and how he talks about the future, letting his grandchildren also to learn about piano. So you are also advisable to speak in a fluent and coherent manner. That means you can achieve the higher band score. Strategy number 4, you have to practice because practice makes man perfect. So it is very important that you practice your long term, making sure that you can speak on familiar topic for at least 2 minutes. How you can practice is you can practice on a babycode application. It provides you the complete band scoring also. The band scores are evaluated on the basis of 4 parameters of speaking. Record yourself, or else what you can do is record yourself, notice your example, make it for 2 minutes, listen to it again and again, take your notes, pen and paper, record it in a time, and then practice. Right? Set up your timer for 3 minutes, 1 minute for the preparation, 2 minutes to speak, record it, pay attention to your breaks, pauses, hesitation, use of fillers. You can practice these three cue card topics which I have listed. First one is describe something you own which is very important to you, which I have explained also. Second is describe a holiday that you had really enjoyed. Third is describe an item that you would really like to buy. So you can practice all these three, plus practice on the baby code application because it gives you an exact exam format. These are the list of cue card topics. In the upcoming sessions, I will be coming up with all those cue card topics, like the favorites one, time-based cue card topic, person-based, object-based, occasion-based, place-based, work-based, study-based, and emotion-based. So these are the cue card topics. On the basis of these, you will get different cue cards. Now, how to prepare for a cue card topic? We have already seen one example. Another example is here, how you can frame your answer. So the cue card is describe an item on which you spent more than expected. You should say what it is, why you bought it, and explain why you think you spent more than expected. So very first thing is introduction. You have to talk about something on which you spent more. First bullet point says what it is. Second says why you bought it, what is the reason for buying. And the third is why you believe that you spent more amount on it. So we'll start with the paraphrasing and introduction first. Well, I must say I'm a careful spender who really do not believe in wasting money or spending it on the unnecessary things. But lately for my cousin's wedding, I ended up spending too much money. The fact is that at this wedding, I was going to be the best man and I was super excited about it. And of course, I wanted to look for something special on this day. For that reason, I visited the branded store at the local shopping mall where I could buy some pretty wares. So he explained now what it is, what basically he was buying. So start with first bullet point, what it is. At this store, I was able to find what I was actually looking for. It was a pant coat, black in color and elegantly designed. See the vocabulary and see the sentence formation. The cost of this suit was 15,000. That was too little high. Second bullet point, why you bought it. The cost was high, but still, why you bought it? However, I liked it so much. So connector is here. I decided to buy it. In fact, the sales guy showed me a white silk shirt. So it was a past experience, everything he described in past tense. That would go really well with this pant coat and he compelled me to buy it. Finally, I paid 20,000 at the store and came back with these two things. And later in the evening, I tried this attire to check my looks. So he spent 15,000 for the pant coat. Why he bought it? Because he wanted to look good for his friend's birthday, for his occasion. And he spent more 5,000 for shirts. So finally, he paid 20,000. Next bullet point was why you think he spent more than expected. So at this point, he realized that I did not have a matching formal shoes to wear with this dress. So I went to the market to buy a new pair of shoes and it cost me another 4,000 rupees. Finally, I thought it was all over now and I was ready for the wedding. One of my friends suggested that this dress is incomplete without some accessories. I must wear a tie or a bow and a brooch to look more classy and elegant. Hence, I had to spend few more thousand rupees to get all these things now because it was the wedding evening. So, how he spent more than expected, he justified his answer, he explained his answer well enough according to each bullet point. So, you also have to speak up for your answers for all those bullet points, including an introduction. Start with an introduction, cover up all the three bullet points, and frame your answer. I hope it was an informative session and helpful also. I am stressing that you should focus on the baby code application. You can start your speaking test on a daily basis. There are unlimited tests. You can buy the membership and practice unlimited speaking tests. You will get a band scores also according to the band descriptors, right? Be prepared like a pro and just apply all these strategies, right? You can check out the live sessions on YouTube and on the baby code application, right? I'm going to help you with my skills and you can help that and it will enhance in yours also. Please provide us with your comments. Do the comments here, do the star rating. You want me to cover up any particular topic, drop your comments, suggest me. I will be coming up with those topics. And thank you so much for watching our live session 3. I'll be coming up with more live sessions for the speaking module. So stay tuned for my upcoming session. Thank you so much. Bye bye. See you for the next class.